yes, there's no denying that notwithstanding the circumstances of anything, the decision you take usually determines the outcome and then how far you get. Welcome to the conversation on TOS Television Network, your digital first Pan-African news network. My name is Adesu Suyi, and you already know the conversation comes to you from Abuja, that's Nigeria's capital city. And as always, it's going to be an engaging and insightful talk here on the conversation this morning. I will not be bringing you, stories and happenings from across Africa, unfortunately, this morning, but we're going to take quick breaks to bring you COVID-19 updates from across Africa. COVID, it's real. It's ravaging really fast. The Omicron variant is on the mouth of everyone, and that's why you should do your part to ensure that you and the next person is safe. So COVID-19 updates from across Africa. Afterwards, we're bringing you the big story. It's still the conversation on TOS Television Network. You already know that we do have a social media community that we need you to be a part of. So follow TOS TV Network across all social media platforms. That's TOS TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. It's TOS TV Network. You can also check out our website on www.tostvnetwork.com. Moving straight into the crux of the conversation, and that's the big story. And the topic today, what we'll be looking at is the 2023 general election, and it's on women's readiness and challenges. I know there's been a lot of conversations around women inclusion in politics in Nigeria, women taking political and leadership positions, and these women have come out to say there's still a whole lot, a lot of setback that women that are willing to go into politics, encounter. And that's what we're going to be talking about this morning. I am not having that conversation by myself. I have with me Honorable Doshima Kumbur. She is the former Senior Special Assistant to the Benue State Governor on Community Development. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
You're very welcome. So let's go right into it. I did say earlier that there's been a lot of conversation around women going into politics. We have fewer women, even though they said the numbers have increased over time, but we still have fewer women in taking leadership position in politics than we would like to have. How prepared do you think women in Nigeria in this climate are actually, for politics, taking political positions? And what are some of the setbacks that you think that women are faced with?
Thank you for asking that question. As you rightly noticed, women are not very many in the positions of political leadership and elective positions.
Yes.
We take the National Assembly, for instance. We have 109 senators, out of which only 7 are women. We go down to the lower chambers where you have about 360 House of Representative members. Only 22 are women. And so to suggest that the numbers of women are increasing in the politics, I make bold to say that you are wrong with that.
Okay.
Because a lot of factors are militating against women inclusiveness in politics in Nigeria. Some of these factors are hinged on the political party systems and structures, especially as it relates to the humongous costs of purchasing nomination forms to participate actively on their platforms, and the mandatory expression of interest fields that are exorbitant. And women generally in the society we live in this country are not supported by their male counterparts to be in control of finance, whether you are married or you are single. The married, they say you must submit everything, including your finances, to your husband. The single, you are looked upon as wayward when you begin to work hard to make your resources. And then men begin to look for ways to pull you down so that these resources do not sustainably flow into your control, so that you are not seen as a competition with them in the public space. So these things are quite a challenge. If our political parties will look critically into the bill that is running in the National Assembly currently, about, I think it's called hashtag offices to elect her in, you know. I understand that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Bajabia Miller, has also put his signature to the support of that bill to scale through. I'm hoping and trusting that the red chambers will follow suit with the Senate President and the others to support that bill. And I heard that bill is suggesting that political parties should make it mandatory that out of the senatorial federal constituencies, the Federal House of Representatives constituencies, and the states, its a number is designated mainly to women, to ensure that this is captured in not only in the Nigerian constitution, but in the political parties' constitutions, so that women are given an equal level ground to play politics with their male counterparts out there.
Okay. I know that in 2019 you contested for the Kwande Ushongo Federal Constituency.
That's right.
Yes, and then, but you mentioned earlier that one of the reasons why women do not have a level playing ground is because people feel like women are not ready or cannot handle, elective positions, right? And then we have the 2023 general elections, which is just barely 2 years from now. What do you think women can do to be a major players in politics, women, and then what do you think political parties can actually do to ensure that more women participation in politics, especially for the 2023 general elections?
Okay, first I have to correct the assertion there that women are not ready. Women are always ever ready to participate, and we go all out, which is why I contested for the federal constituency of Kwande Ushongo in 2019 against all odds. All odds in the sense that the societal norms of that are related to marriage were such a challenge, an impediment to my case, because I was contesting from my local government, not from my husband's local government. And though I've spent all my political life in my local government, bringing development and support to the people of the community, it was looked upon as rising against the African world brothers, so to speak. And, from where I come from, the Tiv extraction of Benue State, it is believed that a woman should go and rule or dominate or whatever in your husband's house, not in your father's house. But how I thought that is when you are bringing the development and the other contributions to your community, nobody rises to say, no, stop, take it to your husband's community. But now it is time to get leadership, and then all hell breaks loose that it shouldn't be you, it should be your brother or your brother's wife, So we are always ready. That is one attribute. The other one is the cost of politics. They may have made politics so expensive, so expensive. We have already dealt with the issue of cost of expression of interest, mandatory expression of interest, and the purchase of nomination forms. We have dealt with that one. But there is the cost of campaigns. They may have made campaign so expensive in the society that, women, we are concerned about the development, human development and structural development. I wonder if men are. So when you are looking at vying for a political position to go bring development or bring policies that will bring development to your community, and then you are made to spend all your inheritance or your savings to get that, then it becomes a business venture.
Yes.
Which is why we see most times that as many as they are there, elected as men in the offices, not much happens with structural development in the communities where they were elected to come and represent, you know.
Yeah.
So we are hoping to God that in 2023, the political parties will go back to their drawing boards and put policies on ground that will make the cost of campaigns lower.
Yes.
So that the society is sensitized to understand that politics is not about throwing money around, but it's about seeing and voting people of character, people that have, and you can attest to their character, that they will represent you well where you are sending them to.
Okay.
Not to go and acquire money, which is what sets people up for corruption in the society. So we need to carry out this sensitization before the elections.
Okay.
The political parties need to spend some time and money, possibly, to carry this sensitization around the voting communities to make them realize the danger of selling their votes. Because at the end of the day, it amounts to the sale of votes. It becomes, because they have made it become the highest bidder takes it all.
Yeah.
So I am hoping to God that political men who are watching this program will make note, especially those that are in the positions of decision making for their political parties, that sensitization needs to be carried to the voters to know that politics is not a business venture, but a platform where people of proven integrity are elected to go represent their people so that they can make policies that will bring development to their people and to their communities.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me on the show this morning. It was such a pleasure to have this conversation with you. Thank you.
God bless you.
And thank you for sticking with me until this time on The Conversation. Do not forget that The Conversation comes back to you tomorrow. But before then, follow TOS TV Network across all social media platforms. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube, it's TOS TV Network. And you can check out our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. My name is Adesua Sui. Please remember to stay safe and join me again tomorrow.